Hello guys, Team Shifter here, and today I'm going to show you the branded Despia deck profile for this format. I think the deck is really good in this current meta, but after the new set drops, it is going to be a bit more interesting since Malice is going to get stronger, but let's just get into the deck profile. So first with the monsters, we have 3 Alubers, 1 Tragedy, 1 Quem for the Despias. I wouldn't change the ratios, I think that 3 Alubers is correct. Playing 2 is just int, since this is a 50 card build, you're just throwing. Tragedy, good for the Surge and for the recovery, good for a grind game. 1 Quem, 1 is enough, I never found myself in a need for 2. You can play 2 if you want in a 50 or a 60 card build. Then for Albas, we have 3 Albases, 3 Albions, 2 Cartesia, 1 Kit, and 2 Mercuriers. These are standard, I would say. Some people are playing 2 Albions, even if I think that Albion is very good for drawing, and just 3 is the best you can play. 2 Cartesia standard, 1 Kit is standard, and I play 2 Mercuriers since one of them you can use for your banish, the other one you can search off of the Branded Lost for your next turn to have a negate. And for the rest of the monsters, 1 Lobelian, 1 Serener, and 1 Edo, the toxic card. You can bump up the bestial count if you're going over 50. Some people are playing more than 50, but I prefer these ratios mostly. You also can fit in a Magnamut in a 50 card build, definitely. For the spells, the 1 Fusion, 3 openings, 1 lost, 1 red, 1 white, and 2 high spirits. This is standard, maxing out on fusion and opening. 1 lost, some people prefer regained. It might even come back in the meta since Malice is going to get stronger, but I prefer lost over the regained. 1 red is standard, some people play 2, but I swapped the second one with the white. I think that it has a little bit more, it's a little more versatile. And the high spirits, it depends on the dragon count that you play. You can play 3, you can play 1, you can play 2. You can cut it as well. I like to play 2 since I don't play that many dragons. The Albazes are the dragons, the Albions, and I guess the Serener with the Lobelion, but it doesn't really come up that often. Also, this is the 1 card I usually like to side out for the engines that I take out in the side pattern. 1 banishment, 1 retribution. Banishment for the grind game and also very good into any light and dark decks, and retribution is just standard. Then for the rest of the spells, 3 thrusts, 1 fusion duplication, 1 talents, 1 call by. These are the ratios I decided to play. You can play more targets for the thrust or more targets for the going second, like board breakers and similar, but I stick with these with this ratio. We have 3 fusion deployment, 1 gold sark, 1 foolish burial, 3 allures, 3 droplets, 3 super poly. These are very good, these are your starters kind of. This 2 is also a starter, some people are cutting 1. Or they prefer the gold sark over the foolish burial, but I like to max out on the starters, so you don't really have to worry about it. This build is playing Allure. I think that Allure is very good since you need to see your cards, the side deck cards. So basically this is your kind of main draw power. If you see it, you'll like it, and that's it. And these 2, these are for going second. This is 6 cards, kind of board breakers. I think that Super Poly is mandatory, very good into this format and into the upcoming format. You can play that, pairing it with the Despian Perskenion that you play. This card is very good, kind of one-shots a Ryziel board or a Ryziel Mitsurugi board. I'll explain that in a second. And the droplet, it's the 3 other flex spot that I had to come up to 50. And I just really like the board breaker, and yeah, that's it. In a 50 card build, you can go over 50 if you have your Fuvalas or the Perulias. Just any of these 2 is fine, but yeah, that's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, 2 Albions, 1 Lobelian, 2 Merchants, 1 Titanic-clad. This is all standard. I was playing 1 Merchant before, but you need 2 since Kashtira Unicorn is now much more in play, but I would say that these are pretty standard. For the Despias, 1 Quiritus, 1 Perskenion. Basically, you summon an Aluber, activate the effect, they chain Imperm, you chain Super Poly, take a light and a dark and your Aluber, make this, Against Ryzel, you take their detonator and you summon the detonator with the Perskinion. If they have the Eclipse Twins under, they don't get the effect. And also, if the summon goes through, you get your own detonator and you can attach a card from your graveyard to it. So you basically have a pop yourself. Then 2 Grangognols, 1 Rinbrum. Since this is an Idol build, I still like the 2 Grangognols, kind of just free real estate. And sometimes you really just need like a random fusion to make with Cartesia, and this can come up. The 1 Chimera, 1 Stapelia, and the 1 Garura, that's the super poly target. This one I play for the banishment, or for the super poly, depends on what deck you're playing against, and the Chimera is just the kind of free slot that I chose to play. Just making it with red, going second or going first, just popping 2 cards or drawing 2 cards is very good. And the Sanctifier, the best card in the deck I would say. Just, it's a custom made card, this should have gotten on the ban list. And then for this side deck, I am playing 2 Lancias and 1 Chaos Hunter. In the future I shall be playing 3 Lancias, and I'll think about playing 3 Chaos Hunters since Malice is going to be stronger, even though they should play pretty easily around the Chaos Hunter. 3 Bells, 3 Drolls. This is what I usually side in going first, and you just take out the 3 Droplets and the Super Polys. And that's basically what you swap out. If you know that you're going first next game, you're just useless playing these 2 board breakers, just side these in, and you're basically good to go. Bell is good because once you want to get your Edo on the field, they cannot really bestial it, you just have this if you draw it. And Droll is good into any format really. Just at the beginning of any format there's a lot of decks that are being tested, and Droll is good against most of them, so that's my personal preference to play in the extra deck for now. And then we have some breakers, 1 Harpies, 1 Lightning Storm. I chose to play 1 because I wanted to fit in the Masquerade for time engines and the Dark Rulers. This is my board breaker of choice. I think it's very good into kind of any decks, since they do not really have negates with traps. It's kind of hard to negate it, you cannot respond with monsters on it, and it's just very good in my opinion, so that's why I play it. I prefer this over the Evenly, way more over the Evenly, but you can swap these out for anything that you would like basically, because you are playing Trust, so you do have the freedom to play whatever you like. And that was it for the deck profile, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.